Cory Wong proves the power of dyads. All you need are 2 notes to imply the chord. You don't have to play all the notes, even if it's a 7th chord, minor 7th chord. Really, 2 notes can imply the chord. The way that works, the reason that works, is because the third implies whether it's major or minor. So if you look at E right here on the 2nd fret on the 4th string, if you go up 1, that's a minor 2nd. Up 2 is a major 2nd, and you go up 3 frets, that's a minor 3rd. You go up 4 frets, that's a major 3rd. And so if you stack the root, the E, and put the 3rd on top of it, the minor 3rd sounds like that. The major 3rd, and see, I don't have to play the full chord. I can just play those 2 notes, and it implies major or minor. And these are called dyads when you play 2 notes at once. Now, a useful exercise is to practice your major scale in dyads. So you want to work your way up. So start with the root and the 3rd. So just like you're making the E there on the 2nd string, 2nd fret, 4th string, 1st fret on the 3rd string. And see, those are 1 fret apart there. And then if you work your way up the major scale, the next one's going to be a minor 3rd. So you go from E major to F sharp minor, G sharp minor. See, the full chord would be this. Well, we just do those 2. And they're 2 frets apart. And then when you get to A, you go back to being 1 fret apart. B, same thing, 1 fret apart. And then you do 2 frets apart again. And then you're back up 2 frets apart again. And 1 fret apart. So that's 1 fret, 2 frets, 2 frets, 1 fret, 1 fret, 2 frets, 2 frets, back to 1 fret. So you're starting E, F sharp minor, G sharp minor, A, B, C sharp minor. You got your diminished there, D sharp, and then you end on the E. Now, what Cory Wong is doing with this progression and creating this earworm that just won't get out of your head there, he's using a different voicing here. So he's putting that E, instead of playing it right here, he's putting it in the bass. So you get a nice effect there. You get this vast distance and this big sound just from those 2 notes. So you got one way down here. And so we're just working our way up that same scale, except this time, instead of them being right next to each other, they're a little more spread out. So you got your open E on your top string, you got your 1st fret again on the 3rd string, and that's E. F sharp would be right here, stacked on the 2nd fret on the 6th and the 3rd string, and then you're kind of hammering on that, moving your way up. So that's F sharp, G on the 4th fret, and then you go, and it's a minor this time. So this is a different chord progression. It's not exactly diatonic in the key of E. It's really kind of more of a Mixolydian progression. So if you want to solo on this, you can solo on E major. You can also solo on E Mixolydian. It would work on this one as well. And have a look at the chart. E major and E Mixolydian, there's only 2 notes difference between those 2. So you just add in that 4th and the 7th, and that creates that feeling of the Mixolydian there. Or is it the 3rd? Anyway, look at the chart. It'll tell you what notes to add in there if you want to jam over this. But back to the chords. So if we're just playing them all, we got E stacked, F sharp, G sharp, B minor, and then A major, and then we're back to an E. Now we're playing the full triad here. You got the E in the bass, and then on the 6th fret on the 4th string, 4th fret on the 3rd string. So that's E, G sharp, B. So So it's just the chord, but you got your bass is an octave below. You could play it here, and it'd still be that major triad. We got the different voicing with the E being an octave down. Makes it have a fuller sound. In jazz, they call these like shell voicings, where you mess with how the chord is put together, and you don't have to play all the notes. You just imply the chord that way. So anyway, this is the full triad though, and then going to another different chord there. That's a G, and a G major. So just the 3rd fret here on the top, and the 4th fret on the 3rd string, and then. And here we're playing the same notes that we played for F sharp minor, but in this context, it's really like a D over an F sharp, like you're playing this right here, because you're going from that G and working your way back down, and you play the triad, or well, just add an extra E in there. So on the 2nd fret on the 4th string. So that's the first part, and then it does it again. And then here, well, it has that little, you slide up to the 9th, and then you're back to here. And then this is kind of a Hendrixy double stop kind of thing, where, so I'm barring the 4th fret and then playing the 7th fret, hammer on the 6th on the 4th string. And now I'm playing a D. And it's really it's more of a B minor over a D. You got your D note here, F sharp, and B, and then you're working your way down. That's an A over F sharp, 4th fret on the 5th string, and then you bar the 2nd fret there. He's probably playing, it looks like in the live version on the lake, he's playing a Strat on the 4th position through a 2-rock clean amp. So I've got the Pod Go, Line 6 Pod Go with a Retschel Vox setting, and a Jazz Master here on the neck pickup. And anyway, the tone, you can get a good clean tone out of pretty much any electric guitar. If you want a Cory Wong tone on a budget, go to Neural DSP, and there's a Cory Wong archetype. And so it gives you an amp that's really close to the sound that he has. I think it's $99. You get a 2-week free trial. I'm not sponsored or anything, but it's the easiest way to get close to that tone on a budget. You need an audio interface on your computer. But anyway, it's a good clean tone. So you can work some exercises to get used to these. You can do these voicings in your own creative way. It's really fun to just sit down and play that relaxing. So experiment with those. If you want to do some exercises, you can kind of drone on the offbeat with your E string here and play those dyads, those thirds going up. If I can do it. You could do the high E string. You could arpeggiate them and get some different rhythms going. You could switch up the inversions, and so instead of having your root on the bottom, you could put it on top. And so if you did that, like if you were going to play an A, gives it more of a country kind of thing. You can work this into some blues as well. But see, it's the same thing I was doing up here on the A in that Cory Wong voicing there, except I just move from the 6th string to the 1st string, and you can kind of slide into it. And so you can make those same chords there. Well, let's see. Do that again. And then you got your E there. You can make that in a number of ways. So experiment with those dyads. Let me know if this lesson has helped you out. I'm going to make a backing track, have that available for you to jam along with that using E major pentatonic or the E Mixolydian there. And if you want the tabs for what I've shown you here, there's a link to my Patreon below. Have fun. Keep playing.